let me go straight across to Mr. Rajeev Chandrashekhar. First up, the fact that today Elon Musk said that you must follow the law of the land. Twitter has no option, he said, and it's being variously interpreted. The BJP, your party, Mr. Chandrashekhar, is saying, look, he has pretty much blown to smithereens what Jack Dorsey claimed earlier. The Congress has said, in fact, he has reiterated what Jack Dorsey said and said that we had no option, we practically were in a bind.
Look, I think it is only the Congress party that will read into what Elon Musk has said, what they are interpreting. I actually think it's pretty commonsensical, and it is fairly well known that if you are a company, Indian or foreign, big or small, if you are operating in India and offering products or services to Indians, you have to comply with Indian law. India is a democracy where the rule of law prevails like any other Western nation, and companies have to follow and comply with law. I think this is a fairly commonsensical proposition. Some people in the Congress find probably difficulty in understanding it. There are many lawbreakers there, and I presume that's the reason they find that a problem to understand. As far as Jack Dorsey's comment is concerned, I have clarified that he was wrong. I used stronger words earlier when I described, when I responded to him, but he was certainly very, very wrong about what he was characterizing that the Indian government did.
Your response?
Look, I don't want to get into this debate about which has a higher standard. Our constitution lays out fundamental rights for our Indians. We have a written constitution. We are the world's oldest and largest democracy. Now, somebody wants to get into a slanging match about which democracy is better. I think they are free to do so. But in our country, it's very clear that we as a government have always respected the constitutional and fundamental rights of our citizens. And as a matter of fact, in the technology space, we are probably the first government to embed in the IT rules that no platform, Indian or foreign, can violate the constitutional rights of our citizens who are digital Nagriks. So I don't know where this comes from in terms of the Indian system or the Indian democracy being in a race with or competing with the American democracy. All our democracies are built on certain values. They may not all converge to 100%, but our fundamental value systems are all the same, which is that that we rule, that the governments rule by the rule of law, and that every citizen has fundamental rights.
Bit of a surprise that Elon Musk ended up saying that he's a fan of the Prime Minister.
Look, I don't know. Yeah, of course, I am a fan of the Prime Minister. Many people around the world are fans of the Prime Minister. So I'm not necessarily surprised that Elon Musk is also a fan of a person who has transformed India so decisively and so deeply in the last 9 years. There is many things that our Prime Minister has done that make him worthy of respect and awe and of being a fan of. So I don't grudge that Elon Musk is also a fan like most of us are. But I certainly believe that him signaling that a brand like Tesla, a company like Tesla wants to look at India as a possible destination for investment, job creation and manufacturing is certainly a strong signal about what India means to the global ecosystem and supply chains for electronics and EVs.
Now, the Congress has also interpreted it as a businessman trying to make his business interests safe in India. Your response?
No, I certainly don't want to respond and waste my time responding to the Congress. It is not at all my business to respond to the Congress. They are the only people on the planet that will find that every time that the cup is 3/4 full, that it is not full. They will can quibble with every success that India has. They will work very hard to find something that meets their test of not being a success. So why should we waste our energy and time on answering them. It is their full-time job, including their leaders Rahul Gandhi, to tear down India at every opportunity. But that's fine. The world is celebrating India's rise. The world is celebrating what Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has done to India in the last 9 years. And it is perfectly fine if the Congresses don't want to celebrate along with the rest of the world and the rest of India.
Mr. Chandrasekhar, also very importantly, Elon Musk said, Prime Minister pursuing us to make significant investments in India. The PM really cares. Can you tell us a little bit about these specific investments that were spoken of in their meeting?
No, I am not privy to what the Honorable Prime Minister spoke with Mr. Musk. But I can certainly tell you that there was a delegation from Tesla that has visited India in the past. They have explored opportunities to invest in India, and that has been signaled by Mr. Musk today in this conversation with the Honorable Prime Minister. And what we said then, I echo today as a subordinate of our Prime Minister, that if Tesla ever makes up a decision to invest in India, the government of India and all of the government will be more than happy to support their decision and welcome their investment and help make their investment successful.
Do you think finally the free speech debate is going to be set to rest after what Elon Musk has said today? Because this really is the battleground of narratives going forward. Your specific ministry, information technology, has been very fraught and has been very controversial of late.
No. With great respect to you, I beg to differ. We have not been controversial. It is some people who made it their full-time business to create controversies out of thin air. There is a full cottage industry of people who sit down and have nothing to do but to create these imaginary controversies. Whatever we do absolutely transparently in a consultative manner, and we do it with the view that while we protect fundamental rights of our citizens, we also deal with issues that harm our citizens who use the internet, and that safety and trust of the internet, openness of the internet and accountability of the internet are policy goals without diluting the constitutional rights of our citizens.